Welcome back to the Roger Report, where we dive headfirst into the stories that are shaping the world around us. The news cycle is absolutely relentless, a blur of breaking updates and seismic shifts, and you need to be locked in to catch every critical development. Today, we've got a packed show that you absolutely cannot afford to miss. We're talking high-stakes legal battles, unexpected endorsements, and the kind of moves that redefine entire sports. Get ready because the information is coming at you fast and it's hotter than ever. Let's get into it. First up, a major legal showdown in the world of motorsports. When titans clash, the entire landscape can change, and this particular dispute could redefine the very structure of a beloved racing league. We're diving deep into a high-profile antitrust lawsuit that's got everyone talking, featuring some of the biggest names in sports. NASCAR is facing serious accusations, and the fallout is already creating waves. This is one you'll want to follow closely. Then, we shift gears to the intersection of sports legends and collegiate athletics. How does the legacy of a global icon continue to influence the next generation? We're exploring a fascinating strategy where a legendary coach is tapping into the power of a basketball GOAT to attract top talent to a major university. It's a brilliant play that highlights the enduring impact of sports superstardom and how it can be leveraged in completely new arenas. Prepare for some insider insights. Next, we're going back to the courtroom, but this time with a touch of humor and a whole lot of personality. Following a particularly intense legal hearing, one of the key figures involved dropped a social media gem that's got fans buzzing. It's a masterclass in navigating the spotlight, offering a glimpse into the minds of those at the center of a major sporting controversy. You won't want to miss this witty response that perfectly captures the mood. And finally, we're staying with the ongoing legal drama, but with a direct statement from one of the main players that's packed with conviction. This is a powerful declaration of intent, a bold stance taken in the face of a significant challenge. We'll break down the words from a sports icon that underscore a commitment to fighting for what they believe is right for the future of their sport. It's a moment of truth, and we've got all the details. Stick around, because the Roger Report is just getting started. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss a single update. Let's go. NASCAR's charter conundrum. NASCAR is facing a significant legal challenge that could reshape the future of its charter system, a crucial element for team participation and revenue. The Stock Car Racing Series has promised a federal court that it will not redistribute any of its coveted charters, while an antitrust lawsuit, filed by prominent teams, including one co-owned by basketball legend Michael Jordan, is ongoing. This commitment comes after a tense hearing where the teams, 23XI Racing and Front Row Motorsports, argued for a preliminary injunction to have 6 charters restored to them, pending a jury trial scheduled for December 1st. The core of the dispute lies in NASCAR's intention to redistribute these charters, a move the suing teams argue would be detrimental to their operations and financial stability. At the heart of the matter are the 36 charters that guarantee a spot in the 40-car Cup Series field and a share of the league's revenue. These are akin to franchises in other major sports. 23XI Racing and Front Row Motorsports refused to sign new agreements last September, instead opting to sue NASCAR. They accuse the France family-owned series of monopolistic practices and bullying tactics. The teams are seeking to have their charters recognized for 2025 to secure significantly larger payouts than they would receive as open teams, which do not have guaranteed spots. The urgency was heightened by NASCAR's initial plans to redistribute charters, with one interested party already identified. However, U.S. District Judge Kenneth Bell pressed NASCAR on why it couldn't utilize one of the 4 open charters or develop a contingency plan that would allow for the return of charters to the suing teams if NASCAR loses the trial. The recent filing from NASCAR, promising not to sell, convey, or lease any additional charters for the 2025 season and limiting such actions for 2026, aims to alleviate some of this pressure. The legal battle has also brought to light the increasingly acrimonious relationship between NASCAR and these teams, with court documents revealing expletive-laden emails and text messages. Many of the 15 chartered organizations felt pressured by NASCAR's final offer, which included a strict deadline and the threat of charter revocation. Communications from NASCAR officials, such as Commissioner Steve Phelps stating, "Give them the charters, pick a date, and they can sign or they can lose their charters. It is that simple." And VP Scott Prime writing, "We have all the leverage and the teams will almost have to sign whatever charter terms we put in front of them." Were presented as evidence of these alleged bullying tactics. Michael Jordan has expressed a willingness to fight the case to the end for the betterment of the sport, emphasizing that the goal is continuous improvement for fans, teams, and NASCAR itself. The preliminary injunction ruling is expected next week, and while NASCAR's promise to hold off on charter redistribution eases some immediate concerns, it does not preclude the judge from granting the injunction. The potential irreparable harm to teams like 23XI, including contract clauses allowing drivers to leave if the car isn't chartered, remains a critical factor. Public reaction has been intense, with many fans debating the fairness of NASCAR's practices and the impact on team ownership. Analysts are closely watching the legal proceedings, noting that the outcome could set a precedent for team-league relations across professional sports. The immediate impact is felt by teams like 23XI, whose driver Tyler Reddick has a clause allowing him to leave if the car is not chartered, indicating sponsors are also notifying the team of potential breaches. But what if the influence of a sports icon could be felt far beyond the racetrack? Next, we're diving into how one legendary coach is leveraging that very power to build a winning program. Belichick's Jordan playbook for UNC. In a surprising move that highlights the enduring power of sports iconography, legendary NFL coach Bill Belichick is reportedly leveraging the immense legacy of Michael Jordan to attract top recruits to the University of North Carolina, UNC football program. Even decades after Jordan last graced the hardwood for the Tar Heels, his presence and brand remain a potent force in the state, influencing not just basketball, but now, it seems, collegiate football recruitment. Belichick, who recently took the helm of UNC's football team after a storied career with the New England Patriots, is finding that Jordan's status as one of UNC's most celebrated and influential alumni is a significant asset. Jordan's connection to UNC runs deep, extending far beyond his athletic achievements. He is one of the university's most significant donors, notably through the $90 million deal inked in 2017 with Nike's Jordan brand. This partnership continues to provide substantial funding for scholarships, facilities, and crucial name, image, and likeness (NIL) initiatives, bolstering the university's athletic programs across the board. However, according to UNC General Manager Michael Lombardi, Jordan's impact transcends mere financial contributions. Lombardi emphasized on the Pat McAfee show that Michael Jordan's presence is more important than opening his billfold. He elaborated that the true draw for recruits is the association with the undisputed GOAT of basketball. No matter how long he's been away from the game, the kids know Michael Jordan. They know the logo, and he has a tremendous impact on them, Lombardi stated, illustrating how Jordan's brand recognition and aspirational status are powerful recruitment tools. Belichick appears to be fully capitalizing on this phenomenon. Evidence of this strategy is seen in the social media posts of recruits. C.J. Sadler, a highly touted prospect ranked 7th nationally and committed to UNC's 2026 class, explicitly mentioned the dual appeal. Committed to UNC, football with Belichick and the chance to hoop where MJ did? Let's go. This sentiment underscores how the combined allure of Belichick's coaching prowess and Jordan's legendary status creates a compelling narrative for potential student-athletes. Other top recruits, such as Kendor Harrison and Jadon Jefferson, have also cited the combined draw of Jordan and Belichick as pivotal factors in their decisions to commit to UNC. Even former UNC quarterback Drake May had previously revealed that a personal meeting with Michael Jordan played a key role in solidifying his decision to join the Tar Heels. Lombardi's observation that sometimes you have to understand the value of what a donor brings to the table, and sometimes it's not always cash, perfectly encapsulates this strategy, where intangible influence and brand association are as valuable, if not more so, than direct financial investment. The impact of this approach is already being felt, with UNC's football program showing promising signs under Belichick's leadership, significantly boosted by the gravitational pull of Jordan's legacy. This innovative use of an alumnus's global brand signifies a sophisticated understanding of modern recruitment dynamics, where personal connection and aspirational association can be as persuasive as any scholarship offer. But when the courtroom drama heats up, sometimes the most powerful statements come in the form of a perfectly timed, subtly defiant tweet. We'll hear about one such response right after this. Hamlin's tweet tease after court clash. In the midst of a high-stakes legal battle, NASCAR co-owner Denny Hamlin provided a moment of levity and intrigue with a social media post following a heated injunction hearing. After emerging from the courtroom where 23XI Racing and Front Row Motorsports presented their case against NASCAR regarding charter redistribution, Hamlin took to Twitter with a message that perfectly encapsulated a playful defiance of legal counsel. The tweet, which read, "My lawyer said don't tweet. So this is me not doing that. Hope everyone had a great day," has been interpreted as a witty nod to the intense proceedings and a subtle jab at the ongoing dispute. The hearing before U.S. District Judge Kenneth Bell involved oral arguments and the presentation of evidence, including private messages between NASCAR executives and communications from the 23XI and FRM teams. Reports from inside the courtroom indicated that the atmosphere was indeed heated, prompting Judge Bell to caution both sides against further sparring and to encourage a settlement. The judge's efforts to mediate a resolution are ongoing, as he believes a settlement would be most beneficial for all parties involved. Following the hearing, Hamlin was seen exiting the courthouse alongside Michael Jordan and their legal team, including Jeffrey Kessler. While the group offered brief statements to the media, they largely avoided answering questions, though Jordan did provide a short comment before their counsel concluded the session. Kessler expressed satisfaction with the day's proceedings, stating, "I think the documents, NASCAR's own documents, speak for themselves. I think you finally got to see them. You can see what this case is about." He added that they were very, very happy to have had this opportunity and looked forward to Judge Bell's ruling on the motion. Michael Jordan also shared his perspective, emphasizing his long-standing admiration for the sport and his commitment to its betterment. The point is that the sport itself needs to continually change for the better, for the fans as well as for the teams, as well as for NASCAR, too, if they understand that, Jordan remarked, underscoring his willingness to fight the case to the end. Hamlin, meanwhile, remained outwardly silent during these statements, making his subsequent tweet all the more noteworthy. Hamlin's carefully worded tweet, drawing a parallel to Marshawn Lynch's famous, "I'm just here so I don't get fined" stance, resonated with fans who appreciated the humor and the subtle commentary on navigating the pressures of a high-profile legal case. It offered a glimpse into the personal dynamic of the individuals involved, showing that even amidst serious litigation, there can be moments of lightheartedness and a strategic approach to public communication. The tweet itself became a talking point, generating buzz and speculation about Hamlin's true feelings and his team's legal strategy. But one of the key figures in this legal drama has issued a statement that is far from lighthearted. It's a powerful declaration of intent. We'll hear directly from Michael Jordan about his commitment to this fight next. Jordan's fiery resolve in NASCAR antitrust fight. Michael Jordan, co-owner of 23XI Racing, has issued a resolute and fiery statement amidst the ongoing antitrust lawsuit filed against NASCAR by his team and Front Row Motorsports. The case, which centers on allegations of monopolistic practices by NASCAR, particularly concerning the distribution and ownership of charters, has reached a critical juncture. Jordan's words underscore a deep commitment to fighting for the future of the sport, regardless of the personal or financial implications. The lawsuit, filed last October, accuses NASCAR of unfair practices related to its charter system. Charters guarantee teams a spot in the Cup Series and a share of league revenue, essentially acting as franchises. The current charter agreement was set to expire in 2024, and NASCAR presented a new proposal on September 6, 2023, with a strict midnight deadline for teams to sign. 23XI Racing and Front Row Motorsports refused, citing concerns over unfair revenue distribution and restrictive clauses that limit their ability to compete in other racing series or mandate the use of specific parts suppliers. This refusal led to the antitrust suit, with the teams alleging that NASCAR's actions are designed to maintain a monopoly and exert undue control over team owners. In a statement that clearly outlines his unwavering stance, Jordan declared his intention to see the case through to its conclusion. "When we first started this whole process, I've always said that I want to fight for the betterment of the sport," Jordan stated. He emphasized that the financial success of his team is secondary to the larger objective of improving the sport for all stakeholders. "Even though they try to point out that we made some money, we had a successful business. That's not the point," he continued. "The point is that the sport itself needs to continually change for the better, for the fans, as well as for the teams, as well as NASCAR, too, if they understand that." Jordan's commitment extends to a willingness to engage in a protracted legal battle, stating, "I look forward to going down firing. If I have to fight this to the end for the betterment of the sport, I will do that." The legal proceedings have been marked by intense exchanges, with U.S. District Judge Kenneth D. Bell warning both parties about the potential consequences, stating, "Everybody is going to get hurt if this thing goes a certain way." He also cautioned against overconfidence, adding, "If either party feels certain they're going to win, they're wrong." The trial is slated to begin on December 1st, though the possibility of a settlement remains. Judge Bell has mandated that the case's proceedings will be open and public, suggesting a potentially dramatic and revealing trial ahead, given the entrenched positions of both NASCAR and the plaintiff teams. This direct statement from Jordan highlights the gravity with which he views the situation, positioning the lawsuit not just as a business dispute, but as a crucial effort to ensure the long-term health and fairness of NASCAR. The public will be watching closely as this legal drama unfolds, with Jordan's passionate defense of the sport's future setting a strong tone for the upcoming trial. That's a wrap on today's top stories, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with a rapid-fire recap and all the ways you can stay connected with us. And that's a wrap on today's crucial updates. We saw NASCAR promise not to redistribute charters amid a heated antitrust suit, Bill Belichick leveraging Michael Jordan's legacy to recruit for UNC, Denny Hamlin's witty courtroom response, and Michael Jordan's own fiery statement on the legal fight. Don't miss out on any future developments. Hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, drop a comment below with your thoughts, and make sure you're following us on all our social channels for more breaking news and analysis.